In today's society, perceptions and stereotypes have a major influence on the experiences of gifted learners because they often shape how adults interpret a student's ability, behavior, and needs. While teaching finance and technology courses, I have learned that giftedness does not always look at as people expect. Some gifted students are highly achieved, organized, and confident. Others may be bored, quiet, frustrated, socially isolated, or even viewed as difficult because the learning environment does not match their level of readiness. For example, one common misconception is that gifted students will be fine on their own because they're smart. This assumption can be harmful. So, gifted learners need instruction, structure, feedback, encouragement, and academic challenges. When schools assume these students do not need support, they may sit in classrooms where work is repetitive and is too easy. Over time, this can lead to underachievement. A student who is capable of advanced work may begin turning in low quality assignments, avoiding tasks, or disengaging from school because it no longer feels meaningful. Another example in a finance or business technology class, a gifted student may quickly understand a budgeting lesson or a banking concept before the rest of the class is ready to move on. If the student is only given extra worksheets, the student may become bored or off task, or they may finish fast. However, if a teacher allows the student to analyze a real world financial scenario, create a budget, investigate consumer fraud, or design a digital presentation explaining financial decision making, that student is more likely to stay engaged. The issue is not that the student is being difficult, the issue is that the student needs more complex, deeper work. Another stereotype of giftedness only appears through high test scores or perfect grades. As a business education teacher, I see this differently. In finance and technology courses, advanced ability may be demonstrated in class through leadership, digital problem solving, financial reasoning, creativity, communication, or the ability to make strong real world connections. A student may not always be the highest test taker. Still, that same student may be able to design a business solution, analyze an ethical issue, or explain a financial concept in a way that shows deeper understanding. Societal expectations can also affect gifted learners socially and emotionally. Some gifted students feel pressure to always be the smart one. This can lead to anxiety, perfectionism, and fear of failure. If they are praised only for being correct or finishing quickly, they may avoid challenging tasks because they do not want to risk looking unsuccessful. And to be honest, I've seen this in my class a couple times. Other gifted students may hide their abilities to fit in with their peers. They may stay silent in class, avoid leadership roles, or purposely underperform to avoid being labeled as different. At home, misconceptions can also create challenges. Families may not always recognize giftedness, especially when a child's interests, questions, or behaviors do not align with the family expectations. Some parents may see advanced questioning as disrespectful or view boredom as laziness. Others may place too much pressure on the child to perform at a high level all the time. Both responses can affect the learner's confidence, motivation, and emotional well being. Behaviorally, gifted students may be misunderstood. A student who questions directions may actually be thinking critically. A student who finishes early and becomes distracted may need more advanced work, not more punishment. A student who resists repetitive assignments may not be refusing to learn, but respond to lacking of appropriate challenge. As educators, we must look beyond surface behavior and ask, what is it communicating? Technology can help personalize learning through flexible pacing, digital portfolios, simulations, research projects, and authentic products. However, technology alone is not enough. Gifted learners also need teachers who understand differentiation, curriculum compacting, enrichment, acceleration, and social and emotional support. Overall, stereotypes and misconceptions can limit gifted learners academically, socially, emotionally, and behaviorally. When gifted students are misunderstood, they are under-challenged, overlooked, isolated, or mislabeled. Schools can better support them by recognizing that giftedness is diverse, providing meaningful challenges, creating safe learning environments, and allowing students to demonstrate advanced abilities in multiple ways. Gifted learners do not need more busy work. They just need learning experiences that are deeper, more complex, and connected to who they are as whole students.